At the age of 16, Palmer Luckey harbored a wild dream to create the perfect virtual reality system. While other teenagers were engrossed in video games, he scoured eBay for old VR headsets priced under $100, dismantling them for study. His first prototype was bulky and uncomfortable, yet it proved one thing: virtual reality gaming would eventually change everything. Palmer was not your typical Silicon Valley entrepreneur. He was self-taught, obsessed with video games, and spent countless nights on virtual reality forums. His bedroom transformed into a hardware lab, his garage became a research and development center, and his dream morphed into an obsession. Breakthroughs emerged from his parents' garage. After 6 consecutive failures, he finally designed the PR-1, a truly effective virtual reality headset. When legendary game developer John Carmack discovered it, everything changed. What once seemed impossible suddenly felt within reach. In 2012, he launched a crowdfunding campaign with a goal of $250,000. The internet exploded with excitement. Within days, he raised $2.4 million. Over 10,000 developers signed up to participate, and calls flooded in from major gaming companies. A young gamer was about to disrupt a trillion-dollar industry. 2 years later, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg personally tried the Oculus Rift. Impressed by its performance, he decided to acquire the company for $2 billion in cash and stock. Palmer became the youngest tech billionaire in the world at just 21 years old. However, that was not the craziest part of his story. In 2017, Palmer was fired from Facebook amid political controversy. While most would quietly retreat with their wealth, Palmer saw an overlooked opportunity. The U.S. military technology was lagging behind. He knew he could change that. Thus, Anduril Industries was born, a name derived from a legendary sword in The Lord of the Rings. The team consisted of gamers and engineers with a mission to develop invincible automated weapons. The traditional military-industrial complex was unprepared for this player revolution. They typically required decades and billions of dollars to develop a single weapon, while Palmer's team adopted a completely different approach. Rapid prototype development. Quick learning from failures. Early product releases, with continuous improvements. In mere months, they accomplished what traditional defense contractors took years to achieve. Their first product? A surveillance tower capable of automatically detecting and tracking threats using artificial intelligence. Border Patrol initially claimed it was impossible, and competitors mocked its impracticality. Yet just 6 months later, this surveillance tower began guarding the U.S. border. Next came the killer drones, far from the heavy, expensive machines of traditional design. Palmer developed a fleet of autonomous, rapid birds capable of tracking enemy aircraft, moving at incredible speeds, making decisions in a fraction of a second. Today, Palmer's company is valued at over $9 billion. The young man who once built VR in his garage is now safeguarding democracy through AI-based defense systems, autonomous weaponry, next-generation military technology. In a recent podcast with influencer Logan Paul, Palmer made 5 jaw-dropping predictions. 1. Future wars will be won by gamers. He believes gamers possess essential skills for modern warfare: excellent pattern recognition, quick decision-making under pressure, and multitasking capabilities in complex systems. The military has begun specifically recruiting gamers to operate drones. 2. China's greatest weakness is not technology, but creativity. Palmer observes that while China can easily replicate technology, it struggles to innovate. His strategy is to create imaginative and unconventional weapons that opponents cannot replicate, like his autonomous rapid birds. 3. The era of expensive military equipment is over. Traditional defense contractors face long development cycles and exorbitant costs for fighter jets. 4. Virtual reality will completely transform military training. Before founding Anduril Industries, Palmer utilized VR technology to help veterans cope with PTSD and for combat simulations. His team is now developing a system allowing soldiers to train in virtual environments using real weapons. 5. The next Pearl Harbor will be a cyber warfare attack. Palmer warns that future attacks will target electrical infrastructure, financial networks, and communication systems rather than relying on bombs. To address this threat, he is developing an AI defense system that operates 24/7. Most surprisingly, throughout all these achievements, Palmer has never lost touch with his roots as a gamer. He still participates in Tetris competitions, builds gaming devices himself, and lives an intensely passionate geek life.